Hey everyone, I just want to take a moment to say that I really appreciate you viewing my channel. I also want you to feel free to take the time to comment once you've looked at any of my segments. So feel free to interact with me in that way. I definitely want to hear from you. I would love to know if there's any topics that you have in mind that you may want me to bring up in future segments that I can address. If you have any new ideas or anything that you want me to cover, feel free to let me know, and I'll be open and take all of those things into consideration. Again, thank you so much for viewing, and take care. Hey dreamers, I'm Reverend Sasha Elycia, and I wrote a book called Divine Dreams, Our Purpose and Destiny Revealed by God. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, we discuss the divine purpose and relevance of our dreams from a faith-based perspective. So please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Today's topic is recurring dreams, and we're going to come out of the book of Genesis 41 and 32 today. And the dream was repeated to Pharaoh twice because the thing is established by God, and God will shortly bring it to pass. So just to give a brief definition, recurring dreams are dreams that are repetitious in nature. You experience them repeatedly over maybe many years or a long period of time. Recurring dreams also can be a type of timeline dream. And a few examples of it can be locations such as a house or a home or a church or just somewhere else like a school. So let me just give you a few examples of that. There is a home in particular that pops up frequently for me because it's a home that my mother grew up in. And then my brother and I also grew up in. So sometimes if I see that house, even though I've lived in various places and I live somewhere else now, but I see that, that's still quote unquote home to me. So that's sort of like a staple in some of my dreams. And then another place, which is my home church. I want to give a personal example about that. So many years ago, as I was growing up, once my family and I moved back to the Bay Area, my mother had already had a prophetic dream about where our ministry was going to move in Oakland. So when we got back here, the pastor was looking for another church home. And my father ended up becoming the associate pastor of the church. And once he and the pastor went looking for the church, my mother was very instrumental in that process because God had already given her a description of what the building was supposed to look like. So sometimes our pastor would, go look at a commercial property. My dad would be there, and then he would call my mother and be like, is this he would describe it and say, is this the place you saw? And she was like, well, does it have this? Does it have this? And he'd be like, no. And she'd say, well, then that's not it. Now, what's interesting is after that initial building that we moved into, I began to dream of all of the church locations consecutively after that, which I do go into detail in my book with. So that's another example. I want to also give an example of a different type of place too. I know that in even repetitious dreams, some people will dream of maybe a place like a carnival. So I refer to it as amusement park, and I've had several dreams about amusement parks. And as I was dreaming about amusement parks, because this started in my childhood, so I literally started dreaming of amusement parks from childhood all the way up into my adulthood. And I must say that it took on different meanings in terms of what the amusement park represented in each dream. So it's just sort of this chronological journey that I took dream-wise, dreaming of this particular place, which was very interesting because it's funny because in real life, when I first started dreaming about it, I really did want to go to like an amusement park like Disney World or something like that, but it actually has nothing to do with that. So I just want to say that, again, sometimes timeline, recurring dreams, and even international dreams can involve like not just places, but also like people. And I will be covering that in a future segment. I will be talking about global and international dreams. But I just wanted to make sure that you understand again that recurring dreams can have several different objects in them that include places and people. And God always has a purpose for what he's doing by showing you these places, because let me just say this too. Sometimes people will have a dream about maybe a blue house and then they'll go to the internet. And I always discourage people about going to the internet in terms of dream symbols. And they'll be like, okay, a blue house means this. Well, let me just say this to you. In my life, a blue house is totally different than what that will mean in your life. In my life, it's my auntie's house. And in your life, it's your mother's house. So how can it mean the same thing in our dreams? So just sort of keep that in mind. If you're being enlightened and you're enjoying this series, please keep watching and please tell a friend or loved one. Hey dreamers, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying this content, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and comment your thoughts on today's video channel for future content. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. To dive deeper into learning more about your dreams, consider purchasing my book, Divine Dreams, Our Purpose and Destiny Revealed by God, which is available in paperback at Amazon.com or in audiobook format available on Audible and iTunes. If you'd like personal one-on-one dream coaching with me, reach out directly at sashaelycia.com/contact. And please put in the subject line, Dream Coaching. Thank you all, and make sure to have a blessed day. And may you continue to have divine dreams. You know who you are. The reality.